そうだ、味方だぜ。
Hello, and welcome everyone, where I, RCN, forget to turn on the sound for the umpteenth time, and also would like to invite you guys to watch this wonderful D&D adventure, along with whatever happens, and I am sorry, that is my mistake, I make it many a time. As usual, we have our two wonderful sponsors, the people over at the Deck of Many and the wonderful patrons over on Patreon. And if more than anything, I'm going to be using Deck of Many tonight. In case you guys don't know what the Deck of Many is, the Deck of Many is the people who make wonderful D&D reference cards from monster manuals to NPCs to the Deck of Many things. You already know, and also on top of that, just the wonderful artwork that they do on the cards and as well as the boxes themselves. They have the animated spells line that's going to be coming out relatively soon, and also they have their wonderful Humblewood Kickstarter and pre-order that is currently on their website right about now. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, you are free to do it after the stream, hopefully, or maybe even during the stream while you're listening to us. Please do go check out the wonderful people over at thedeckofmany.com, and last but not least, the wonderful patrons over at Patreon. If you guys are interested in becoming a patron, helping support the show, or helping any of the endeavors that I continue to thrust myself into, you can help. The links are always down below, or if you want to donate to the stream directly, I really suggest that you do, because whatever goes into the stream goes back into the stream. This could be in between equipment to dungeon tiles to miniatures to so on and so on and so on and so forth. So that being said, I believe it is time for my players to wake up. I would hope that they're wide awake.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Whoa.
You.
Wake up!
Wake up. Wake up. I really want to do a game night where we're all doing one night werewolves, or a one shot where we're all werewolves. Oh, that'd be really awesome. So
me enjoys that.
Alright.
It's better not awaken something in me.
It's better not.
I'm too late.
Too late. So, as usual, start of announcements. I have 3. The first one, I did some voice acting, and it recently just came out. The wonderful people over at the Fat Dog Studios with their Log Horizon Abridged, Episode 7. I played the character Michikata, and Noob Slayer 69. I play a German cat boy. And if you want to hear me make some sounds, there you go. Do go check out Log Horizon Abridged, Episode 7. And second announcement is that I am going to go ahead and spend the next couple of weeks moving all the D6 content over onto the YouTube channel, the D6 YouTube channel, and I will also set up some stuff down in the Twitch if you guys want to have quick access to that and being able to subscribe to it. So I'll let you know once the episodes are up over on my Twitter, and in case if you guys don't know what my Twitter is, I updated the layout, and it's right down below me, as well as all the Twitters that will be here on the show, except for one, not just yet. We'll find out later tonight. Get that right, Caitlin?
Maybe.
And last but not least, there is no D6 next week, unfortunately. I talked about this several weeks ago. I'm going to be away at San Japan. I know. It's just because I am not coming back to California until Monday, and I can't run, the show the way I do at a hotel with other people and stuff happening.
Okay, lads. So how are we gonna edge River from a kill today?
You. Damn it. I kill Lionel.
Oh.
He gets away. Misty step.
Get 2 times, baby.
You can't kill the mascots, you silly Billy.
Oh man.
All right. So that being said, those are. Oh, I'm sorry. One last announcement. I forgot to mention. Before I leave this week, on Thursday, Wednesday, hopefully I will have it. the first scene for Fate Zero Episode 5 will be on the Patreon. Hopefully. If you guys are interested in that, it includes Kaiser Neko, it includes Terrence, because he just voice acted for it a couple days ago, and because of him, I was able to finally move forward on it. And it involves a lot of people that I have worked with before. It also involves Purple Eyes and so many amazing people. I'm sorry, just so many people. So if you guys are interested in watching Fate Zero and the first laid out scene, which is not the most well edited, but it will be the first laid out scene, will hopefully be there by Wednesday. That is my deadline to get the first scene laid out and then post it on the Patreon. So there is that. Alright, so that's enough for me. We're going to go ahead, go around the circle as we usually do. Boo, how you now?
Hey, how's it going? I got nothing going on except commissions every single week. So if you want, I just open on Saturdays on Twitter, so that's pretty much it.
Hey, alright, good to know. Braki, how you now?
Same as always, I'll be doing art and games at twitch.tv/Brackisoid. And for people who just saw the last couple of streams, we've been showing the fan art and other artwork that's been shown for the game.
Yep.
Don't forget, if you want to share a comment or a piece of fan art of the campaign, you can post it on Twitter with the hashtag D6DR.
Yep.
Or you can tag us too.
Absolutely.
It fills us with life.
And wonderfully, our new player at the table, big reveal, been holding this back all week, and I'm still milking it. None other than our wonderful Caitlin, who is
Hello.
who is now taking the spot of Joe. So how you now, Caitlin? What is happening with you?
Not much. You can find me at CaitlinC37 on both Twitch and Twitter. I paint a lot. I paint commissions and I paint fan art every week. So, as that is what I do, and that is what I always do. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alrighty. So, next up, Sir Malefic, how you now?
Hey there, you can find me on both Twitch and Twitter at Sir Malervik, and I do a variety of gaming streams on Twitch, so not much else to announce,
Alright, good to know.
as always.
Next up is Mr. Zito, how you now?
I just had a root canal.
Ouch.
I asked you about that on stream, and everyone just said yes at the same time. That was really weird.
Yeah, so that happened. Hi, it's me, Zito. You can find me on twitch.tv/Zito. You can find me on twitch.tv/Stream4Star, where I occasionally do D&D on there. I sometimes DM it, but who the fuck knows? You can also find me on Takahata 101 for Unexpectables, doing Task the Kobold Ranger for the Unexpectables. And on my own personal stream, you can find me being so low energy that I ended up making a really fucking cursed playable race of worm on a string people.
Oh my god, yeah.
They're not cursed, they're blessed.
No, that's pretty goddamn cursed. You could also
Let's
find
settle
me...
for blurst.
That's
You
fair.
know what? I like Blurst.
Yeah, Blurst is pretty good. You could also find me there sooner rather than later, getting into the swing of commissions, because my Cintiq is old as fuck and it's dying, and I need to save up funds to buy a new one. So because mine is 15 years old, and it's got a crack the size of my fist on the bottom of it, which I don't understand how the pen pressure is working. Beyond that, indie games happen a lot of indie games. A lot of new stuff that I show off. Most recent one we've been playing is Dicey Dungeon, which is RNG, the Go Fuck Yourself game. Amazing. Great soundtrack. Made by the guys who made VVVVV and Super Hexagon. It's a really sick game.
Damn.
Nice.
Very nice. Alright. And last but not least, the Dry Guy. Hey now.
It's early in the morning. I don't want to go back to bed. I didn't get much sleep.
Whose fault is it?
Fair enough.
It's mine. It was always mine. So basically, I have these two announcements that I just had a recent comic dub upload onto my YouTube channel.
Hey.
And like Yaro said, I did some voice acting for him for a interesting character. So keep a lookout for that. And in other terms of voice acting, Nothing. But you can keep up with anything that might come up on my Twitter. Just follow me at Terrence Drive VA on Twitter, and that's really about it.
All right. Well, that being said, I believe that's everyone's announcements then.
Think so.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, now that we've gotten everything across, that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump on into tonight's episode of... Ah, fuck, I forgot the downloads. Alright. Whoops. I made a mistake.
You did an oopsie.
I did an oopsie, yes. Let's go ahead and jump on into tonight's episode of D6. Turn on music. I really wish I had my phone next to me so that way I can turn on Do Not Disturb. So, last where we had left off, our adventurers had come from the city of Aurorio, the capital of Alanon, in order to fulfill a mission that was given to them by by Eleanor Metilius, which is Canis' mother. In doing so, they had found out that not only was there...
I want to lower the music, dude. Sorry.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not playing out of the speaker. Whoops. I'll fix that in a second.
Oh.
Yep. Found out that it was... found out not only was it demonic activity, it was also the activity of not only just one coven of witches, but also two. Which one of the covens had trapped the Night Hag coven within the temple, within the South Forest of Vale. After a short interaction with the Queen and getting everyone to kind of work together and then thus attacking the Night Hags, ensuing and almost letting out what was a demon that was trying to breach the border, a child demon, which you guys had found out in the temple below. After a little bit of looting, which we will do in a second, and then a bit of a conversation with the Green Hag, who turns out to be a cursed archfey by Oberon, saw the folly of her ways and decided that she was going to stay within the South Forest of Vale along with Erzer in order to start healing the nature and the forest itself. So, that being said,
lower the music just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I don't know
Just a
if
wee bit.
just a wee bit.
Transferred back to...
It's really emotional.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah, you're too quiet according to everyone else.
Okay. Fix it. So, that being said, who's making what investigation roll? Because this will be technically the looting part.
I think I have a pretty high invest, so I should probably give that a go. Yeah, I got a +6.
+6? Alright.
Here I go. Identifying. God! With a 19, it's a 25.
Hello.
Alright. So, Lionel, you find what is about a small stash as you're kind of just like scouring the place, like almost like kind of zipping back and forth, kind of moving some of the brush away that Truffles had left behind. You find what is a box of about 200-ish gold. After a little bit of counting through, it's about 235 pieces, and it seems like there would have been more here, but they might have been using gold for whatever process of trying to get this demon from his plane to this one.
Slip you $20 if you come over to this plane.
Fair enough. So
Oh man, $3.
so 235 pieces of
Little
gold.
burger.
Yep, wrote it down.
On one of the night hags, you find what looks to be a very strange bag. You're not exactly sure what's in it, but it's yours now. It's kind of almost magically sealed closed.
Woo! That sounds like an identify spell.
It does, which you'll have to do as a ritual later.
Sure.
And then, the last thing that you end up finding is what looks to be a broken stick.
Ah, yes.
You want to make whatever check you want to make.
Oh. Okay.
You find a broken stick.
We're surrounded by billions of trees. This broken stick looks...
It's a broken stick though.
I rolled a nat
Broken
1, so
stick.
this stick might have come from other trees.
It is not from another tree, but it looks like it was somewhere along its center. It exploded.
Ah, well, we'll just go ahead and keep that until I roll better next time.
Yep. All right. So
Ooh.
you now have a broken stick, a
Ah,
bag,
yeah. A twig.
a
That's
twig,
a nice stick.
a twig, a bag, and
Good Francis,
235
motivated.
pieces of gold.
A hag. I got a hag stash bag. Hell yeah.
All right. So there's that.
It's that giant square when you go to Comic-Con, you look it around, it's big enough to fit a toddler inside.
Tote bag.
It's a
Tote bag, yeah.
for the size of what was one of these night hags, comparative to you, yeah, it's about the size of like your upper torso.
Oh, good.
Comparative to you. Yeah. So that being said, I'm gonna say at this point you guys had already begun the process of leaving the forest. As such, you guys probably spend the next 6 hours heading back to Vale. At this point, do you guys want to do anything?
Besides just heading back to the city, not really.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
nothing.
All right.
I can't think of anything unless the frog Hemoth is there again.
I think everything's in the city, so let's just keep going.
Alright.
Okay.
So,
It's an awkward going back.
you guys, as you begin to slump along throughout the rest of the day, since this was started in the early morning,
Yeah, the anime goodbye webs letter, sir. This is the final.
Aw.
Oh.
Wait, didn't the queen have a horse?
she did have a horse.
She did.
Isn't she the
She's-
only one with a horse?
She
Yes.
is currently riding her horse ahead of all of you, actually.
She fucking bolted.
Rude.
I misty step on the back of the horse and hitch a ride.
My job here is done. Goodbye.
As
And I
as
flip
you
off
do,
river as I go off in the distance.
as you do, and it's like, oh, whoa. All right. I mean, I would have preferred some solitude, but that's fine by me.
Oh, very well. And I jump off.
Oh. And as you jump down, she kind of cracks the rein a bit and kind of trots a little faster away from you.
I didn't mean for you to take it seriously.
Oh no, I took it very seriously because now you spent that spell slot.
Gotta be careful what we say.
Oh.
I keep letting up now. So, as we were making our way back,
Yep.
River is kind of silent, but she's just going to shove at Lionel, and
Oh, whips his head 180 like an owl looking at her.
Oh.
here, and she's going to give Lionel the quarterstaff of Erzer.
Okay.
He wanted you to have this. Just you were a little and approachable.
He'd be right. Lionel takes the quarterstaff and like just waves it around to see how it feels. Very solemn about it. Like holding this staff looks like it's paining him a little bit, but he holds on to it.
All right. You now are in possession of a quarterstaff.
2 quarterstaff.
You're sounding quieter and quieter, Yarrow. You're sounding quieter and quieter.
It's the emotional music. It's
Oh.
overwhelming him.
Fucking music.
I'm in the same spot from where I started.
Do you have him turned up, Bracky?
I 100%.
Oh.
I had to lower everyone else.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, 100%? Am I not 200%?
200. Sorry.
Fair enough.
The max in Discord.
All right. Well, fair enough. I see your point.
Well, yeah. In any case, like he'll take it, but he doesn't look happy about it. But he's still graciously holding on to it very carefully.
All right. So, as you guys spend the 6 hours, you guys make it back to Vale, and kind of as this ensemble with the Queen, you guys passing the threshold of the castle gates, making it back into the throne room. She sits down with a sigh, and and she looks at all of you. I suppose I owe all of you a favor.
And what would that be?
Lionel mutters under his breath another philosopher's stone.
I can't just make something like that.
Understandable.
I can, however, within my power, try to do something for all of you. You did help me. Is there anything that I can do for you?
You lowered the music. God damn it. I hate asking this, but
No,
I hate asking this, but
the music is overpowering you, dude.
It's too emotional.
just put it way in the background. Just very barely audible.
There. Done.
How the hell?
This is whack.
Is it
I
somehow louder? I can't tell.
Yeah, the music's louder than you.
How?
than usual because you raised your mic. Like it's. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You did something to your mic this week that fucked it up.
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
But
You don't know.
as for the question, I don't think we deserve anything.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to get my quarterstaff fixed again.
Do you happen to have any bullets? I've been looking for
Garu.
so long.
Garu, I thought you were a pacifist.
Well, I have plans for this too. You'll see.
Terrified to say.
Guns kill people.
You know, the rising of a serial killer over here.
Well, that's
What
what you
possible
think.
reason?
Well, I'll prove you wrong.
Okay.
As she raises her hand, I do know a few gunsmiths in particular that might be able to help you in that endeavor. If you would like to make a meeting, I'd be more than willing to do that for all of you.
I would be pleased.
Very well. How about the rest of you?
I mean, we already had this job. We are going to get paid. So
There's any other if you have any sort of arcane knowledge available for me to study, I would like that. Otherwise, just a warm bed and a place to stay so I can overlook everything that I've collected.
Very well. You have my permission to stay within the castle for the night, and I will speak to Rohan, and he'll probably be able to give you access to some of the library here within the castle as well.
Very well, I accept this. Thank you.
Very well. How about the rest of you?
Franz just takes out his very cracked and beaten down quarterstaff, and he's like, I really need to get this fixed or a new one. Please.
Lionel hands him his old quarterstaff.
Alright. Never mind. Thank you, Lionel.
Lionel nods. Now owning only Erzer's staff.
Alright. Well, that's one problem solved. Anything else?
I mean, if you're that insistent, I appreciate coin.
Well, you were promised to be paid in this mission. And she kind of waves her hand towards one of the one of the courted maids, and she runs. After what is about maybe a few minutes have passed, she comes back with what looks to be several samely sized sacks. For all of your hard work, I will provide each and every one of you at least 75 gold pieces.
Dope.
Very well.
All right then.
And
Lovely.
And all of you now have an extra 75 pieces to your name.
75.
All right.
Yes.
Legal tender.
Now, anything else? Canis?
No, oh, go ahead.
I would
Oh.
much rather keep the favor in my back pocket if you wouldn't mind that.
Oh, yeah!
That'll come in handy later.
Very well. And she once again looks back at the woman, and she brings forth a piece of paper and what looks to be a seal. After what looks to be a few minutes of writing, she folds up the letter, nice and neat, pours a bit of the sealing wax, places the family seal, and cools it, and then has the maid hand it to you, Canis. It is now the Isilia's favor. So I keep that in your inventory because don't know if I'll ever remember it. I'll keep it noted, but God knows where that will get stuck in.
Mm-hmm.
You now have a voucher to buy one toy from the toy store.
Oh boy!
There is, however, something I would like to ask if something is available around here. Any rapier that I could have access to? Or get made?
I can certainly have one of our forge masters make you a new rapier. I understand that your old one was damaged.
Correct.
Very well. I'll have it provided to you upon the morning.
Very well.
Now that this event is over, I do have...
Franz
Cool.
does want to ask her one quick question.
Very well.
How well are you acquainted with the South of Vale forest area?
Given the recent events, I've purposely tried to make sure that it is maintained, as there are creatures there that we as the people value. And some legends have been told there as well. So we try not to deforest, or we try not to make unnecessary hazards there. And you can see why it is so important to us when hags and a coven had decided to approach upon its land and begin twisting it. So, to answer your question, it is valuable to us.
Franz immediately, you can just see his eyes go narrow towards her and his voice just drops. Are you protecting something there? Something valuable?
Make an insight check.
Ooh.
Oh boy, don't fail me now, dice gods. Well, let's see, your insight, +4, 15. I got a 19 overall.
19 overall? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to type this to you.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, so the staff that Lionel gave you, it literally is just like, it looks like the end of the staff has a little possum hanging upside down by its tail.
What the fuck?
He's like, he's gonna try to take very good care of this quarterstaff now.
Did you kill something of your own? Just put it in there. Is that your brother? What did you do?
It's taxidermy. Don't worry about it.
No, it's not a real possum. It's made out of, like, stone, dude.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh,
It's a
gotcha.
carving.
It's a carving. It's not an actual possum hanging upside down. For me, what am I gonna rat flail a fucking quarterstaff?
To be fair, you said there was a possum upside down on the staff. Nothing about the carving.
Franz is just touching the staff and he's like, I'm gonna name him Chester.
The stone possum.
Clickety click.
Oh,
Black down the track.
What is going on?
It's lots and lots of words.
boy, I wonder what Franz is about to learn.
He's giving him lore.
Lord.
No, Chad, it's not a petrified possum. Lionel doesn't know how to do that.
All right.
This is my
So,
brother.
so to all of you that would take notice, she breaks eye contact for half a second and then eyes Franz. There are things that we value in that forest, something we want to protect. And if the forest becomes too damaged or in danger, it would sadden me and my family greatly.
He says nothing, but he just looks away.
Alright.
So we stay the night?
Yep.
Feel like that's it.
Alright. So, all of you will be provided with the rooms. I hope that you are comfortable for the night. I must return to other tasks at hand as I am a bit behind due to recent events. So, have a good night, all of you. And she rises from her throne and she exits out of the room. And all of you are guided through the castle, and you are all provided a room. Whether if you want to be all in one room or in separate rooms, it's totally up to you.
My
long as-
own.
As long as no
Okay,
one
he was
minds.
just-
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say, as long as no one mind that Lionel's gonna stay up and do a fucking ritual casting, so a laser light show is gonna happen in the room if you bunk with him.
Canis starts having flashbacks. Poor Canis.
No.
Alright, so who wants to have separate rooms?
Canis will.
Alright. Arcanist, you have a separate room.
I mean, sure.
Lionel, have a separate room.
Why not?
Alright, Garo, you have a separate room.
Now I can shoot this gun indiscriminately without anyone judging me.
And Franz and River, I'm also assuming you want separate rooms?
Mm,
Oh, Bracky said blackout. Oh no.
Oh no.
oh,
Oh no.
Oh, no.
oh, jeez.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, I heard him scratch and then nothing.
Well.
Oh.
Yeah, he did warn us that a storm would knock him out. So
Jeez.
Storms
Okay.
are brewing.
Alright, so
Well.
at this point, everyone has a separate room.
Cool.
So. Whoops. Man, tonight is just a night.
press F for river chat.
Yeah,
The best.
F for River. Alright, you say give him a few minutes. So. This being the first night where you guys all kind of have yourself separated. Lionel, you hear a knock at your door.
Lionel will get up from what he's doing and answer the door.
Alright, so as you open the door, you see what looks to be a short but slightly stout man. Definitely of the definitely human, and he has a slightly trimmed beard, and it seems to be well styled, and also he is holding what looks to be a couple of books along with him. Hello, I am Rohan. I was asked by the Queen to come visit you.
Ah, yes, absolutely, please. Lionel opens the door completely and steps to the side.
And he starts walking in. He, as he puts down the books, like, I was talked about some very interesting books, and I heard that you were that of the mind, wanting to expand. Yes.
Oh, yes, I want to read as much as I possibly can.
Wonderful. I have some wonderful history on some of the old arcane magics, and also some of the new history on the arcane magics, thanks to the realignment and the brand new age of esoteric and the way that we are researching magic nowadays. And he begins to open one of the books, and at this point, this is where you're gonna start listening to the way magic is kind of designed, and also this is the point where you are learning your new spells. So
Hell yeah.
you spend the night getting to know Rohan. Rohan, he's an arcanist for the Queen, as well as one of 35 here at the castle, and he thought he wasn't gonna get in at all. He's all like, I'm so lucky and blessed that I even got the opportunity to work here, and he has 2 kids. Unfortunately, he lost his wife due to a very terrible disease, and so he's just a good dad. He's just doing his best. So that's
Lionel
the story
respects
of Rohan.
this man.
Yeah.
Lionel respects this man super hard.
Yeah, so you get to know Rohan relatively well. He's just a good dad. All right, so next up, anyone else? Anybody else want? Oh, Gar. You hear
Yes.
footsteps coming towards your door in specific, as they stop, and right before you hear the knocking, you open the door, and not really understanding the full capacity of the way that you can see the visuals. The size is about a small individual with what looks to be just off of the senses, somebody probably with long and braided hair, slightly the smell of leather and also the smell of black powder, and you hear from what is, about the size of your shin, what could possibly be a halfling woman as she looks up. Ah, well, that was fast.
Hello.
Hello, I was requested by the queen. How can I help you?
Yes. He's gonna like slowly pull out the gun. I found this, and apparently I need these things called bullets. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
and you can definitely based off of the immediate senses, the thick, heavy smell. My name is Nisdeel, and I will help you with the bullet situation you have. That's how do you find a gun?
Oh well, you see, I found it in this really big pile, and it felt really nice.
How do you see?
But I don't. It just taps his little eye horns. It's a natural defect.
He fucking mohowers himself and nothing happens.
Okay, so once again, how do you understand that this weapon uses a visual aid, and you can see the form of what looks to be a hand in front of her face, pointing towards her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You need these in order to use that.
Well, I respectfully disagree.
Oh god, are you trying to teach the world you don't need sight to use a gun?
Maybe. You don't know.
Alright, I mean, I got... Let's just size up the caliber of your pistol and we'll get to work. And
Of course.
You guys spend, Nisdeel, is a gunsmith, probably one of the very few that exist in this world. Due to the nature of it, still booming and coming out of the age before esoteric, and now that guns have become a bit more commonplace, she has a very particular knack, and she lives alone. She doesn't have a lot of friends, apparently, from the way that she talks, and even with your level of optimism, she's still hard to kind of break through as you spend what is about a couple of hours. She finally calibers your gun, so at this point, I'm going to give you, for this 6-chamber pistol, a maximum of 24 rounds.
Hell yeah.
Oh fuck, that means you have a pepper box revolver.
Oh shit.
Oh.
So, and with that, she leaves you for the night.
Arigato.
Yeah, and you hear the door close. What have I done? What have I done? I feel like that's not even the character. I feel like that's me.
Oh shit!
I feel like Garu is now just the Sid Meier Civilization version of Gandhi, where he's just gonna go fucking insane.
Kill everyone.
Oh no.
His aggressive value just sticks to 9.
I love that. If I were to hear you saying that, would you say a cat? Where? Where's that?
Oh god, I'm sorry,
by the way,
Yaro.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that. I did say that there was a storm.
We need
you're fine,
a monk subclass on D&D Beyond called Gunkata.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
You joke, but
I just turned my head like 180 degrees, like, motherfucker, you know I exist and have all this homebrew shit.
Oh, so you just want a John Wick class?
Yeah, really.
yeah, exactly.
Then just play Gunslinger. God damn it. Okay.
You can't do that, Bracky. It's D&D Beyond.
No, you
there you
can't
go.
do
My
that.
dude.
No, you can't do that, Bracky, because it's D&D Beyond.
Look.
It
I just want to
Sponsored by
ask-
D&D Beyond.
I just want to know, what did I miss?
Nothing really.
Nothing. We just got through
Halfling
Lionel. We just
gunslinger.
Okay.
got through Garo, got through Lionel, and the rest of you are alone. At this point, do you guys want any other in particular?
So
Not
if only if like if I manage to get like myself one of those rich people private baths, River would just like to freshen herself and
A large-sized pool in a medium-sized room.
a large size. Yes, for happiness and something to relax herself and just meditate a little bit after what happened.
All right.
Processing the situation as to we lost one of the companions, but he's happy. That's good. I lost my weapon. God damn it. And she's just thinking to herself, like, just we had to ask for help. Why we had to ask for help? We were supposed to be the help. And just, she is not doing great about that. So if she's able to, she's going to go to the kitchen and eat whatever she finds.
Okay. So,
Awful puff shit out of this.
River,
Yeah.
as you try and find what is the kitchen of the castle, you
Is there a
spend
cheese?
you spend a good 5 minutes kind of scurrying around at this point and then finding it. It is clean here, but the immediates of entering, there are about 10 cooks within this kitchen. They see a tiny red-haired halfling woman as she enters, and then all of them stop and stare at you. At least a majority of them. And then some are still kind of cooking away. And then one stout dwarven man, as he approaches, "Aye? You hungry?
Yeah, I'm just looking for some extra food.
There anything in particular you like? Could have it taken to your room."
How many meals do you need to prepare? You know how to prepare?
A lot.
A lot.
Like a lot.
A lot then.
A lot then.
Anything cheese based will do, and she's going to step back and go back to her room.
As you do, about 30 to 40 minutes later, you hear a knock at your door, and as you open, there are about 6 or 7 plates worth of cheese-based meals that enter and fully fill the room with its amazing aroma. I'm talking not just like white cheddar shells with a bit of tuna in it. I'm talking they use roux. They used entire cheese blocks. There's chicken Alfredo. There's macaroni with bacon in it. It's non-stop. You know,
Meat and cheese.
Meat
That will
and
do.
cheese products.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, it does. Yeah, cheese porn basically. And that is that would be your dinner for the night.
I just leave the room and don't open that door until morning.
Yeah.
The guy shuts the door behind him, and you just hear like a fucking chainsaw from behind the door.
You probably there's plates hitting the fucking cobblestone floor and all that shit. It's wild in there.
What about second breakfast?
What about second? What about
second breakfast?
after midnight? If she can, she will go after midnight. Like, she's going to get.
Oh, motherfucker! I'm now I want to push. Don't feed River after midnight as a meme.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Is she gonna split out into 2 rivers if she gets wet?
Sure, why not?
Oh no.
Jesus.
One
Alright.
tells the truth, one tells lies.
Maybe
kill,
one of them will
kill.
get a kill.
And neither of those kill anything.
So at this point, any of you else want anything else that you guys want?
Franz actually wants. He doesn't really want anything, but he definitely is going to be writing down some stuff. He's making a little few tick marks on the map.
Okay. Of the South Forest of Vale?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, good to know. Canis. Before you get ready for bed, you hear a slight knock at the door.
Oh, great.
He'll go and answer it.
As you open the door, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
What?
Oh.
Lightning!
Oh, boy.
Listen,
Assassins!
11.
I'm going to consider that a fail, unfortunately. As you open the door and open it wide, suddenly you see a bit of purple and then something in your face, and then you go, and then you fall back and you hit the ground, and you hear the door as it shuts.
Oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
So, as the night goes on,
What a cliffhanger!
goes on. Canis, after what could be an undescribable amount of hours, you blink your eyes open awake. In your room, you are tied to your bed and still fully clothed, and what looks to be an elven woman, as she's sitting across from it, slightly hidden in the shadow of the dark. Enter Hellena.
That's an entrance.
Well, hello, handsome.
Would you mind telling me what you're doing here?
Well, my apologies. I know this seems very rude, but I didn't really want you to be making much of a fuss. But tell me, you are Canis, aren't you?
To whom it may concern.
I assume you're the leader of the group that came from Lycia Bay. Yes?
You could assume so, yes.
Good. Well, I have been looking for you. Your whole group, in fact. I just missed you, unfortunately, on your little excursion with the Queen, but makes no never mind. Later is better than never, I suppose. So, would you be so kind as to give me a little bit of information about Lycia Bay? I'll untie you if you want, if it makes you more comfortable.
I'd rather you did, yes.
All right.
Lovely.
So, after what is now a dispelled situation, Hellena, you spend the next few minutes untying Canis. At this point, it is somewhere between 3 or 4 in the morning. I am going to consider this as a full rest for everyone, but Canis and Hellena?
Sorry for the rude interruption. So, I suppose I'll fill you in here. My name is Hellena. Hellena Thronos, and she holds out her hand to him.
He'll just let it sit there.
She'll let it hover there for just a moment, but she'll drop it after he doesn't take it. And by the way, as far as looks go, she is in leather garb. She has brown hair in a pixie cut with purple dye at the tips. She has a purple cloak kind of wrapped around her, and a bow just kind of slung over her shoulders. But yes. So, I come from the Feywilds. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
In passing.
Okay, I'll take that. Well, I do know at the very least that you've heard of the portals that have been appearing in Lycia Bay. It just so happens that I came from there as well. I've been charged, shall we say, to investigate the goings-on in that area because, as it turns out, they've been plaguing my home too. So, after coming into your land, I've been trying to find the cause of whoever or however those portals have come about, and have found a little bit of information that your group has experienced this as well, and I was perhaps hoping that you could tell me who's been causing this, because I need to know, and I need to make it stop now.
Well, we don't exactly who it is. We have no idea. Our best guess is apparently a Lemurian.
Lumerian. Ah, I see.
You have no idea what a Lumerian is.
Well, can I make an intelligence... I'm going to act like I know, but can I make an intelligence check at all, or...
Sure, go ahead.
Alright. Let's see. That's a... So, what the heck is my...
Blank stare for a second. Ah, yes.
Ah, yes! Now, for
that
those
is
of us in the room who
That
don't
is an
know,
8, so that is pretty accurate.
As far as Lumerians go, like, history within the Kingdom of the Feywild, there is never really any major record of Lumeria, but it was a lost city as far as people knew.
Well, that won't do. Tell me, are you perhaps looking to investigate these portals further anytime soon?
in the near future, yes.
Lovely. Well, Canis, to be perfectly frank, you and your group are the best lead I have right now. Would you perhaps mind if I tagged along at all? I could be of great help. I'm very handy with a bow. I have some good skills in combat, and as you've noticed, she says with a very cheeky smile, I'm rather good at sneaking around.
Not very good at first impressions, however.
Very fair, but again, I really did need to make sure that you didn't make a fuss. I'm strictly speaking not supposed to be here.
And why is that?
Well, I mean, Queen's Castle. I wasn't invited in here. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get into a castle?
I've never had difficulty with it. And he'll give a bit of a smirk at that.
Okay.
Oh,
Rich boy.
he's got sex.
She'll kind of narrow her eyes a little bit, and she'll smile. Well, privileges do make that a little bit easier, I suppose. But for the working folk, we have to try a little harder, I'll admit. First impressions are not. I really do need to find out what's going on. Truly, I'll behave. I promise, after this.
Well, I'm not exactly the only one you have to impress.
Very fair. I did hear you have a group with you. I would love to meet them.
If you wish to meet them, I'd say a more natural setting than, say, in their bed chambers in the middle of the night.
Again, very fair. Well, I suppose if I have to meet you in the morning, then I suppose I will. All right, then.
Care for me to show you the door? Will you jump out the window?
How high's the drop out the window?
Make a perception check. It's it can really determine.
That's a 17.
She Assassin Creeps dives out. It's only like a foot outside the window.
So as you're kind of looking out the window, you can see that it's probably maybe a 35-foot drop, and It goes directly into the stables.
Ah, you know what? Better yet. She'll give a very polite at-the-waist bow. I'll see you and your group in the morning. And she's going to misty step right out on top of to the ground.
Okay, so as she looks at you, Cadus, she kind of gives a signal, and then as you're staring out the window, she appears near the bottom. She still signaling you, and then making her way out of the castle. Which, given how long you've been here, Hellena, I'm not even gonna question how well that stealth stat is.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent one. But for funsies.
Alright, so that being said, it is now the new morning, and all of you are approached with the slight decadent smells of meats, and of course for you, River, various cheeses. For you, River, actually in specific, there are wedges of cheese for you this morning. I look at the chat every time and it makes me laugh.
I just want to can you hear me?
Yep.
You are really
You good,
loud.
man.
Wow.
You are
Okay.
with us.
I just for you to know, I'm in my phone
Yes.
in a dark room with nothing around me.
Oh no.
I can't see my
my
dice unless I use my phone,
don't
and
need-
there's no character sheet, so I will need you to see those in my stead.
I will pull up your stats for you, just in case.
Thank you.
Alright.
But yeah, I just want to be sure the mic quality is not shitty.
It's not
Well,
that shitty.
You're
you're
a bit
very
loud.
loud.
You're very loud,
Very
dude.
loud.
I will make the adjustments.
Oh, how loud?
Very.
Uh,
Very.
I'm at 18%, so like blasted a bit.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Well,
fine by me.
Sorry.
Alright. So, so River, you are surrounded by various meats and cheeses, and what look to be several different cheese wedges. And the rest of you eat well for your morning as you all prepare to leave. You all find
Franz, I learned how to change things into other things.
Franz is looking at Lionel, and he's got actually a not very pleased nor horrified face. He's like, "That's nice."
And Gar's behind him with a giant grin on his face, practicing reloading his bullets.
I need you. No, I'm not gonna make you do a check. I'm like, this is a blind man with a gun. I need you to make a check. No, just I'm not even gonna start this right now. So you guys, as you manage to group yourselves together, and Canis, right before you leave, you are tapped on the back with what looks to be Acelia right behind you. You never told me when you would have your next day off.
Frankly, I have no idea.
Perhaps we could arrange something. You know, get the houses together, see about, let bygones be bygones, bury the hatchet.
Can I insight that?
Go ahead.
I'm not going to red wedding them in their sleep. Do not question.
Nat one.
She's totally telling the truth. There is nothing against your better judgment to think, well, after this, possibly, yeah. Holy
There's nothing
shit,
about
she's
this-
being nice for once.
There's nothing about this plan that I don't love.
Well, I don't see
This
why
is
not. Then.
fine.
Also, by the way, I tried to stop by your room last night. You didn't answer. Is there a particular reason why?
That part about me not having a day off. Well, I think my last one was several months ago. I haven't exactly slept a whole lot. I do apologize for that.
Well, I'd be more than willing to try and have a conversation at a later date. Safe travels, Canis. Where do you plan to head?
Most likely back to Aurario, if there are no other pressing matters.
True, but where is your plan of travel?
Probably
Wait, question.
back
Was this our objective? Wasn't there something else further to the east?
This was your objective.
Okay. Okay. So,
So-
this is what Canis' mother told us to do.
So
Mhm.
make an intelligence check, because at this point there are several ways to get back to Aurario, but depending on where you decide to travel, it's up to you.
Canis
Alright.
just looks left and right. Oh shit, our Uber is not here.
Six.
6. I mean, as far as you know, there are 3 ways to travel. You could travel by caravan, by foot, or by the express trains. Unfortunately, the express trains have been down since the Lycia Bay incident, as you already know. The next and possibly the closest place of civilization, aside from the Emerald Enclave, is Krog. But if you end up having to go through Krog, you have to also go through Lightengord and White Dragon Summit as well before you can make it back to Aurario.
So a bad idea.
Not a bad idea, just it's a travel plan.
Hmm.
Also, right now, I think, given the season, White Dragon Summit is not heavily snowing, but it is light.
I think that we'll be traveling up to Krog, if you'll ever be around there.
I'm certainly interested.
Until we meet again.
Very well. Safe travels, Canis, and to the rest of your friends. She
And-
gives a very slight smile.
He'll give a genuine smile back.
Alright. And as she turns away, you see once again the sleeved arm of this woman as it flows through with the rest of her dress. And she goes back into the castle, and the doors, as they close behind her. And you are left at this courtyard. The rest of your friends.
It's just the party that he's around right now?
Yep.
Hey, Yarrow.
Yeah.
I did say I was going to identify my stuff.
That's true. Okay, so, the bag, in specific. There's something not right about this bag, and Night Hags actually have one magical item that's not really good for people.
Hmm.
When
You don't say.
Yeah. Remember how those philosophers and that stone, that heart stone, and how it was made? They're genuinely used with made out of human souls.
Oh, cool. So Lionel's gonna find the closest garbage bin with the bag inside of it and light it on fire.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's what this bag was. It's a
Yeah,
soul
we're
bag.
just gonna go ahead and just X-nay that from existence.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
It would have. It can also contain spirits and stuff like that, but that is your prerogative.
No, we're gonna get rid of this.
Okay, good enough.
Throw it in a ditch.
The ghost leaving it gives you a thumbs up.
So, I'm not exactly sure how you would destroy that. Not in.
Oh,
your
I do.
sense.
Like I said, just get a nice trash bin, throw it in the trash bin, and firebolt the inside of the trash bin.
Make
All
What
right.
do we pierce it with the
If
magic
this is
blade?
going to-
What is
if
your
this is going to
what
act-
is your
if this-
spellcasting modifier again? It's intelligence, right?
Yep.
Make an intelligence check because this
Alright.
will determine on.
Intellect check. Up. That's an 18.
18. So you try to firebolt it. As it does take a little bit of time to sear the outside, you begin to see it turning now to a very disgusting and crusty black. And it takes a few more tries, unfortunately, with that firebolt before it becomes ash.
Oh, cool. Thank God Firebolt's a cantrip.
And as you do, as it turns to ash, you see what looks almost like a small stream of little lights as they blow past you and then spread out and then dissipate.
All in a day's work.
Did you just release a bunch of ghosts?
All in a day's work, River. I don't want anything to do with Night Hags claps his hands ever again.
All right, and as per that stick that you have,
Yeah.
it looks to be a broken magical item. It does seem like if you knew somebody that'd be willing to repair it, you do know a couple of arcanists in between Dominic and the person that owns
The magic shop.
yeah, in the Emerald Enclave. Whatever it is, the magic is still there. It's just it needs some work.
All right, cool. We'll hold on to that then.
Yeah, a little bit of TLC.
Radical. All right, cool.
All right.
So, how are we getting back?
Well, since
That is
River did
that
not
is a
wish
good
to be
point.
in
Take
the
a think
Emerald
on
Enclave,
Oh,
I suggested us traveling through Krog instead. People wouldn't exactly want to follow us up there now, would they? So I suggest that we get another caravan.
All right.
Look,
Oh.
the Emerald Enclave is fine. If we just pass by, I don't think we're going to deal with anything.
All right, cool. Well, let's find a caravan then. We have the coin for it. I certainly do.
All right.
That we do after we just got paid. Oh, Yarrow, are there we're still in the courtyard. Are there any guards around that are within earshot?
Several.
All right, I'll tell them later after we're, in a more private area.
Yep. All right. So, as you guys finally leave, you see what seems to be standing outside of the gates is a tall, or I have to check the height on Hellena.
5'4".
5'4", a short elven woman as she stands outside the gate, bright purple and very optimistic.
Well, good morning, all.
Good morning.
Good to see you again. Bright and early. I am Hellena
Is she the
Ophonos.
driver?
Hmm? Oh no, this woman accosted me last night and she wishes to join our group.
Very
What?
true.
How do you
Yes.
follow a casting and then joining?
He's perhaps a little bit grumpy with my methods. I can certainly understand why, but he's fine, as you can see. But yes, I do want to join your group, if you'd be so kind.
but
I've
why
heard that.
though?
Well, as I told your companion earlier or late last night, I am investigating those portals that you all investigated yourselves. I need more information on them, and they've been a problem in my hometown as well. And I have been tasked with finding out why and who's doing it, so that I may stop it. And you've all been my best leads.
I'm rolling an insight.
Go ahead.
Press X to doubt.
Am I doing like
I'm sorry, after River, it's unfortunately the fucking case.
I take it.
Whatever did I do?
I take it this is a deception or not deception. Frickin'
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Persuasion, yeah.
Yeah.
That's 6.
A 15.
Lionel, as far as it seems like a story that kind of checks out. Trustworthy is not the word that you would use for somebody that had accosted your friend last night. So
Here's a question, though.
Sketchy, but it seems to check out.
Well, here's a way to check it out. Is there a way that I could gauge that she's not of this plane?
Or actually, no. Make a perception check. This is very specific.
Okay. What? Dice fell. Sorry.
I wanted to hear, like, I heard, I thought he was gonna say, hot damn!
My entire dice tray almost fell all over the place. Sorry about that.
I thought I was going to hear the
I
clatter
can't
of
believe
sound
Lionel
when I fell
just-
out of the chair.
Jesus.
Can't believe
Lionel
Lionel-
just fucking died.
Just spaghetti falling out of the pockets.
16.
From the way she looks to the way she dresses, she's not a normal elf. She seems to come from a different variant, and it's definitely not
Really? He
of
looks
this world.
pretty normal.
Comparative to most elves, they have a fair skin, and not a pale pigmentation, but her pigmentation is almost too bright and too white comparative to most elven individuals. Between wood elves, the high elves, she seems to be cleaner, and the color of her hair, even by the tips, not even probably dyed. They seem to just be affected that way.
Okay.
The feather on her ear is completely unrecognizable to any creature you've ever seen, and the way that she dresses is almost the equivalent of not royalty, but a certain je ne sais quoi, if you will.
Alright, Lionel's just like scratching the bottom of his chin, like visibly, but then snaps his finger and points at her. You're not of this realm.
It's very true. I'm not. I actually came through the portals in Lycia Bay. That's how I got here.
The tellings of all the markings on you suggest some kind of fae, something I've never seen before.
I'm just
That's a
normal.
long trip from Lycia Bay to here.
It's true. But I'm very good at what I do. Which is why I'd be of a very, very, very big help to your group. She says with a very hopeful, charming smile.
How do you hear about us?
I got my information from a couple of people that were closer to Lycia Bay. There were a couple of people that sung your praises, we'll say.
Can I check it out to see if she doesn't portray any familiar symbols?
Make a perception check.
Far she's more open than you, River.
Oh!
Oh!
Ouch. Oh, wait,
Natural 20 plus whatever my perception is in my character sheet.
let me check.
Ooh.
I got it. I'm a good DM. At least I try to be.
I can't see shit, everything is so dark.
Okay,
Now you know.
What happened?
let's do. So, 22. She doesn't have any particular markings that you're aware of. At least not in, not from what you want.
That puts me a little bit of unease, but that doesn't mean it's not somewhere underneath her clothes or something.
Yep.
But I'm going to say we are short one companion. We can see what she's made of in the travel.
Oh,
Lionel
lovely.
Lionel just shrugs and like just looks at her. Well, if nothing else, along the journey, I'd like to pick your brain about the place you came from.
Well, I wouldn't mind. I think I could do that.
Literally pick her brain?
Lionel looks over at River with the fucking catatonic face. Returns back to Hellena with normal face.
Alright. So, at this point, you guys, who wants to make an investigation check to find transportation?
I think I should, because I got the +6, unless anyone else wants to assist.
I have a +7.
Oh, dude, go for it. Tell me.
No, I have a question. Can we just ask around if Norm is around?
Nerm.
Oh, right!
Nerd! Yeah!
Right! I see light. Give me 1 second until the internet comes back.
Alright.
Light. I see light.
Right.
Alright, so go ahead and make the investigation check and ask for Norm as well, apparently.
Oh, my eyes, it's so bright.
Let's see. That is 26.
I need to roll to ask for Norm?
You're looking
What?
for a very specific person that left yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he left. I thought he was staying around.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
Yeah, it's a 26 on my part. Yeah.
Okay, so,
Ooh.
Hellena, much to how you've kind of just been looking around and trying to talk to separate travel agencies, as well as one that you found your way here to, as far as things have gone, there is only the main caravan that is traveling between the Enclave and Vale right now, and the travel up to Krog is currently on a slight pause. And as far as information goes, make an investigation check.
Alright. That's a 14.
Correction. With kind of the backdoor information that you can get, it seems like there's been a slight problem with getting caravans to Krog. There's been a small group that's been causing some trouble, and that's as far as you know.
Well, from what I've heard, there's been a little bit of a hang-up on the road. Apparently there's been some ragamuffins that have been causing
Is there a
trouble.
bounty for these ragamuffins?
Is there a bounty for these ragamuffins?
Well, let's see. I would say make one more investigation check.
I love that like full murder hobo right now.
24.
24?
Hey, I'm going
So-
full money making.
Oh boy.
It's not of, the bounty isn't from somebody that's here at Vale. However, there is a bounty for someone who is currently over in Solth. And that is because they act as like this small hub in between. So the bounty is rather high. It's somewhere about 500 gold pieces altogether. Should you even get one of them, they also have a slight reward for bringing someone that is alive.
Here's a question. Could we not simply appease to them that we would be optimal bodyguards for the trip?
You have. Unfortunately, it seems like, as of recent, with bodyguards kind of being of the thinner variety,
Oh, this give me 1 second.
make a persuasion check to what will be, at this point, a travel agency that is kind of looking you up and down.
How could you resist this face?
Yeah.
21.
21. Well, I wouldn't mind the
Hello?
concept of hiring.
Hey, you're here, dude.
Oh, finally.
I wouldn't mind hiring you guys. It's just we've had guards before; they've gone missing. If you guys manage to find these people and bring them to Sulth, you know, not only will you have our praises, I'm pretty sure Sulth would pretty much find their favor with you as well.
Well, a good first impression and getting our foot in the door wouldn't sound like it would be a bad idea.
Well then, we'll prepare a horse and carriage for a leave in about 20 minutes, and we'll try and make some expendable cargo. See if you can lure them out. And
What? Lionel waddles outside to everyone else. I did it!
What happened?
We gotta bring some people to justice so we can get in our good graces to the town next door.
That sounds very,
But we can't kill them, turns to River.
Yay!
the reward says it won at least one person alive. At least.
Oh, okay. We need at least one person alive.
That's slightly less enthusiastic. Yay!
Alright. So, that being said, as you guys all begin to pack, you are stuck with what looks to be a dwarven female as she packs in. Alright, well, name's Bumbuk. I'll be your decoy for the night. I don't like the sound of this.
No, of course not. Why would you put yourself in harm's way? That's our job.
Oh no, I got something for that. And she taps what is the side of a crossbow.
Ah, excellent. And if you don't, I will say this: if you feel uneasy with just the caravan out in the open, I do have a spell for that. I pretty much just like wave my hand like Avatar: The Last Airbender, Aang, showing off the air thing.
Well, it would be comfortable to have a place to sleep for the night.
Oh, I can provide that.
All right. Well, that being said, go ahead, get a foot on. And as she hops to the back, once again you see these very large cockatrice like creatures. They snap at each other a bit before she pulls the rein and snaps it forward, and you guys are off.
Hey, Yarrow, question.
Yeah.
What CR are the cockatrices?
A what?
What CR are these cockatrices?
That is a good question.
I know exactly what you're
Because
thinking.
if they're 7 or below, the fun will begin.
I know exactly what
fun.
you're thinking.
What is he thinking?
I'm pretty sure cockatrices
I like that for
are...
your surprise.
Also, seems like Bracky's having like internet outage problems again. Would this be a good time to break?
Oh,
Phone again.
Yes.
Hey, dude.
Oh, never mind. Hello. Hello.
Fucking hate this.
It's all good, dude. Don't worry about it.
They are one half.
Excellent! Oh, good, yes. Oh, okay.
All right.
Let's
What
continue.
happened?
So
I just wanted to size up what the CR for cockatrices are. No reason.
What are you doing?
No reason.
no
no reason.
reason.
Do not
to-
question.
All right.
Are they
so
beasts?
They are the things that pull these caravans mostly. A majority of them really do. So that being said, you guys will spend the next couple of days or the next day heading out away from Vale, which it will take you about a day and a half to get to Sulth. So as you travel outward, we're gonna go ahead.
You know what I hate? I've been trying to get a serious conversation with a character, but I can't because it fucking fucking services.
No.
It's going to be really awkward.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's
However,
not. Don't apologize. I'm apologizing because it's going to be really weird.
Right. All right, so
Let's give it a quick break to see if like
Mhm.
it comes back on.
yeah. So
It's not
Doing
going
about
to.
an hour and a half.
So we're gonna leave you guys. We will be back at 7:41, and thank you guys for continuing to stop by. And then
31.
7:41.
No.
And then we'll be right back, and see you all when we return. All right.
All right, later.
Okie dokie.
そうだ味方だぜ
everyone, welcome back to.
Hello,
Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
Henro.
Hello.
Hello. I am
hero.
I missed you.
I still have no internet.
I missed you.
How are you?
working on
Fix,
it.
motherfucker, fix!
We're
It's
working
magic.
on it.
It's magic, Bracky.
Fuck this modem.
No.
All right.
Let the
So
sacrifice for the wifey gods.
now that we are out and about, sometimes I do not understand iPads. Sometimes they're my best friend, and then on other days it just goes, bloop. I don't want to do anything you say. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead, jump on right back in. So, where you guys had last left off, you guys are now traveling northward to stop what is a small bounty of seems to be a problem on the trading roads here. So, during this time in travel, you guys are free to do whatever it is you want to talk about, or is there anything that you would like to do?
Hello,
Hey, Bracky.
I'm back. Yes.
Hooray.
Oh,
Completely
We're-
back.
We're
Just
now.
in time.
Back.
Yeah, dude, get your talk in now. Do it.
Before it dies. Okay, where are
It's
we?
time for character development.
you guys,
Where are
We're just on the road, dude.
Yeah.
Multiple caravans, one caravan.
What?
What's
Just
what's
one.
the what's the order of things?
You guys are currently on one pulled on a cart. You're being pulled by a cart. A couple of cockatrices.
Is
And
one of us driving or is someone else?
it is a dwarven woman named Boombuck.
What's with these dwarves?
I love her. Good name.
I thought her name was Boombox for a hot second.
Boomba.
It is now.
She's just spend the rest of the trip.
Beatboxing.
Yeah, beatboxing. Fuck yeah.
That's all you guys hear.
So she's just going to, if we're in the caravan, do we all fix here? Or
Yeah.
anyone needs to have the on the outside? Okay.
Yep.
So first of all, I would like to know how the mood is at the moment. Like, how's Lionel still looking after what happened last time?
Oh, dude, Lionel took it. It's a night thing, dude. He fucking he just figured out how to learn polymorph. He's fucking as bright as a baby smile right now.
Oh yeah.
He's just thinking about all the possibilities now that he just learned polymorph.
Oh, she doesn't want to ruin her. She doesn't want to
Probably
ruin
at
his day.
probably at Franz's demise, honestly.
Mm.
So Franz, I can turn you into this and this and this.
Franz is just like he's just pretending not to hear. He's like, man, the weather could be nicer. Doing his best not to listen to Lionel.
Franz, based off of what you look out towards, like what is the weather? It's normal. It's a partly cloudy day.
Hmm.
It's actually super nice. It
Clouds.
can't get any better. Wish the weather was nicer.
River, however, is going to point out that so the entire reason we are going in this particular direction is to prevent going to the Emerald Enclave, isn't it?
That's a Canis question.
Yeah, it's the entire group. If we are all stuck together in this caravan, I think
Yeah.
everyone can hear us.
Well, I assume that, considering that you didn't want to go back through the Enclave.
So you're all taking this extra time just
Well, the boat travel isn't really that bad, is it not?
no. What I mean is that you decide to take all these extra routes and the extra time just to make me feel safer.
Yes.
Why?
You clearly weren't comfortable when we were in the Emerald Enclave. The reasons why, you can tell us if you want to. But if it was enough to make you scared to stay there, then we don't have to.
It's not. I'm not. I was not scared. I need to point that out. And she is going to look at the entire group. She
And what
feels a
was it?
little nervous. She feels a little nervous touching this subject, especially with someone new inside of it. So she just looks at the Canis, and then she looks at Lionel, Franz, Garu, and then this super smiley, I don't know where elf. Like,
She just kind of slowly raises her eyebrows with a Cheshire cat smile.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
Tell me your secrets, River.
would you mind if I talk, with the group in private?
And you
She
hear
kind
from
of
the
tilts
fr-
her head a little.
You hear from the front, I ain't stopping the car.
She ain't stopping the cart.
Lionel just puts his face back into his book. Either you say it now or you hold on to it again.
Okay, fine. Erzer, before he left, Erzer told me about my situation with you guys. And what I should or should not do, depending on me. What was better reward for the group. And I want to honor that to him. And to you. I owe you an explanation. I was not scared at the Emerald Enclave. I was angry. I was mad, I was frustrated, I was furious.
but why?
Canis, are you familiar with I forgot the name. Got it on my mind. Low Vandal?
Would Canis be aware of that?
He would. Lobando is one of the few outside towns that had a royal name or a high title.
Even though they were halflings.
Yeah. The town is mostly halflings. As of right now, that is not the case.
I'm aware of it, yes.
My family was from Low Vandal. We had a farm, and my mom took care of being the cobbler in the town. Until there was a fire, or so people say. When I was younger, about around my 12s, the entire city was attacked and destroyed. The people I met at the Emerald Enclave, the people with a symbol with a moon with 3 swords going through them. That's all I can remember. That's all I could remember from them. They went around killing everyone. The royals, the beggars, the farmers, the bookkeepers, everyone. So you can understand my reaction when I saw the symbol once again. My family was one of the few to escape the halfling massacre of Low Vandal. My mother and my father decided to move on and start again at Hawthrite. Trying to feel happy that they were able to escape this kind of hell. But I couldn't. Everyone else, uncles, aunts, neighbors, families we knew. Some could escape, some could not. The entire city was nothing but murder of halflings. and my parents moved on and decided to just reside in that town, but no, not I. I wanted to go back and reclaim what was of my people. A halfling town, raised by halflings, and taken by humans. I left my home and became a mercenary in order to gather strength and coin so I could go back and reclaim what was once of my people.
Lionel
So
shuts
when
his. Oh, I'm sorry.
So when I saw that symbol in the Emerald Enclave, I felt powerless. I was not scared, I was angry, I didn't feel strong enough to deal with them. So everywhere I go, I try to be wary of the people I meet, the people I trust this kind of information to, because no one knows what those people wanted. No one knows that maybe they were looking for coin, territory, slaves, blood. I didn't know if they were just killing halflings for fun, so I couldn't risk it. I couldn't risk people knowing that I was from there, or why I'm doing the things I do. And I'm still feeling really uncomfortable revealing this to you all, to you lot, even though you have proven that you're trustworthy. And others tied up someone in the middle of the night and are just joining us.
Hellena just smiles.
I'll be honest, I didn't plan for any of this to come to light. At least not later, at least not until much later. When I felt comfortable, but my hand was forced to be more direct regarding this. Since the whole situation in the Emerald Enclave, the people I saw, and the leader of the place just singling me out in front of you. I wanted more time to build trust. But due to our current situation, I see myself, in order to fix my mistake with you, to say no. And in order to make you feel more comfortable, if that's possible. And as a honor, as an honorary way to say goodbye to Erzer. As he told me that I need to be honest with you. And I'm sorry I lied to you.
Lionel shuts his book very loud. Sighs, looks off to the side, then looks back to River. I can see why that was hard. But I will say this. I'm not upset with you for having to keep that information away. I'm upset with you with the fact that you had a chance to take back what was yours and to face the people who actually did this to you, and we would have been there for you at that point. But you let it slip through. The next time you see them again, you tell us. So a justice can be served.
It's something we need to approach with care. It's something I've been playing for many, many years, Lionel. It's not something I can just jump in there and take care of it myself. That's one of the reasons I've been trying to get a group, get together, and become stronger. And even up to now, I still feel inadequate to it. Back in that hack temple, well, not the hack temple, the temple where the hacks were, I felt like we could do something. I feel like we could do it. I want to prove that we were strong enough, and yet we went back to get help. That frustrated me. I felt like we were asked for help and we went back with our tails between our legs.
Lionel gets up, walks in front of River, bops her upside the head. You don't be up. You don't. No, shut up. Listen. You don't get upset when you need help with anyone. Being someone who's... Lionel stops for a minute, like wide eyes, and then just like bites the bottom of his lip. Being someone who only had a few of his folks out of the rest of them need help, and still do. It's not a sin to ask for help. It's not a weakness. It's a privilege that you have someone who wants to help you, and it should be fully taken. You're not weak for asking someone to help you, River. And you're not weak for wanting to see something be rectified that was horrible. If anything, that mentality is going to get you killed.
You are correct on that. Still feels a little frustrating, but yeah.
I have abandonment issues, River. I know frustration. My mother and father have been left alone. They're old and dying. My people don't live long. Why do you think I was so upset about that Philosopher's Stone? I could have... Bites the bottom of his lip. I could have used that to give them more life that was taken away by the fact that the rest of my siblings just ran off and did their own little song and dance and just left me and my parents alone. I could have given them the life that was cheated away from them by my 4 siblings. And it slipped out of my hands. That's frustration.
You want to find a way to alterate your family's lifespan?
I want to give them something that only magic can possibly give them. A second chance to live a life that was robbed from them. From siblings that just walked away out of their lives. And left me and them alone. Philosopher's Stone would have helped. But I know now, thinking about it, probably a really bad idea. Lionel returns to his book.
Something
Gar's just like, after hearing all that, just gonna like awkwardly sift around in his corner.
It's alright. The more we travel, the more I'll learn magic. And the more magic I learn, find something to help them.
I'll keep an eye for you.
But it was your ticket back home, yes?
Who was that spoken to?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was a bit too low. I'll say it again. But that was your way back home to them, yes? The stone?
Is it for Lionel? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah,
for
it's for
Lionel.
Lionel.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't the only thing. I'm sure there's plenty of other ways to give them the longevity I'm hoping to give them. I don't want to expend their lives. I don't want to turn them into liches. I've read the stories on that. That's ridiculous. I just want them to have more time to enjoy life and not have to hold my hand.
I see. He's just gonna like...
Have I ever heard, like, on my travels, stories about extending longevity?
Make a history check.
Let's go. History. Oh, not that good, but 17?
In this new age of the esoteric, there have been many books written and many stories told. You know, it's not beyond Lionel to know the stories of the Fountains of Youth, the access to figuring out how to gain the power of wishes through the Dajans, and also the Tournament of Cord, where those who claim victory of the Tournament of Cord get the ability to claim one wish. But it's hard. It's hard to extend the lifespan of a being who already has a very short lifespan. And so longevity is long since searched all throughout history, and it seems like one story after another, or the one real thing that does exist, is kind of it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, just sharing that information, but How do you feel? How do your parents feel about that? By the way, about extending the life.
They don't know about this. The only thing they do know is that I wanted to leave and expand my knowledge. And they're not wrong, I did do that. And I figured me getting out of their lives would at least give them a chance to, I don't know, be able to live theirs.
Franz looks over to Lionel, and he just says, literally not breaking a beat with each word. So you chose to leave instead of spending the rest of the time they had left.
Lionel just, like, does not respond, but he's, like, frozen from that. My brothers and sisters can just up and leave without even saying goodbye to them. Then I know I'm far more in the right than they are. I at least said goodbye to them! I told them the truth! I told them where I was going! I told them my aspirations! I didn't just leave!
I'm sure that they understand, friends.
Franz doesn't say anything yet, but his last words are just, yeah, you didn't leave. You technically ran away.
Oh.
And he just goes back to just sitting down and resting.
Oh, fuck.
Ouch.
Ingo's going to another one.
Alright. Well,
Alright.
that was definitely a shit show of conversation, and you hear the clattering of the reins.
Hey, Hellena, welcome to the group.
Helena's just had her fingers stapled, just watching the whole
Eating
exchange.
popcorn.
Well, this is the area, and she, noticing after the bit of travel, you guys are still within the forested area before you start making out into the plain area, the plains. It's going to be a while, so we're going to try and unpack. We're going to start a fire. And we're not going to fight each other, right? And she's looking at Franz and Lionel, both red
We are
in the
going
face
to
with
be
each other.
fine.
Is the cart stopped?
The cart is stopped.
Lionel just stands up and gets outside and finds a rock.
You
No
find
need.
a rock.
I just realized we are going to Crag and then White Dragon Swim and Lightengord. We're going to be passing nearby Hawthrite, actually.
Uh-huh.
Lionel begins to summon forth his tower.
Alright. What level?
You know what? Fuck it. 4th level.
4th level. Okay.
Jesus.
Can you make a... Oh, man.
Well, it's
Lionel.
three towers at that point. It's 3 floors at that point.
Yep.
Not including the roof.
And now you have a roof. You have a better roof. As without even like passing a breath, you pick up the rock, you begin the incantation, and you see as it begins to spread out. Not really caring about the immediate brush. As the tower sets, it does crush some stuff along it, but there are about a couple of trees right in front of the door to keep a bit of shade, and then it keeps kind of going back, and there is a slope off to the side. Well, that's mighty impressive.
Very impressive.
And very comfortable too.
guess
You
what?
should see the moving chairs.
Has it gotten bigger?
It's a.
Lionel doesn't respond. He just opens the door and walks in.
Alright.
You know, just
None of the furniture's moving. It's not as cheerful in here. The lights are very dim lit.
Oh no.
help. I was trying to help out, and thank you, friends.
Oh.
Franz isn't saying anything. He's focused on something else.
Oh no.
Oh
What
no.
happened?
Oh no, what?
What happened?
What happened?
One of the miniatures broke.
Oh,
Oh
Which
no!
one?
Oh,
Which
jeez,
one?
no!
It wasn't River, was it?
It was River.
You son of a bitch!
I try to be very careful with these things, believe it or not.
Today's not my day.
She'll no longer be able to kill a man now. How else will she be able to?
This,
No.
Don't worry.
It's foreshadowing. I can't believe Racky's gonna
Wait,
die.
actually,
Oh god.
No!
so I do have super glue always on hand.
Good.
It's a very good thing to have. By the way, this is the same arm that broke when I got the miniature, so I'm just assuming that the seal.
Could
what
be
the
the mold.
shit?
Glue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
It's
Yep.
fine. It's
Alright,
fine.
so-
It'll be
I'm not going to
fine.
lose my arm, guys. It's fine.
It's fine. All right, so you guys.
But
enter-
Bracky, robot arm.
By the way, I want after talking about all of this, I want to see the driver to see if she has reacted to any of that. Has she been eyeing me after the story? Can I make an insight check on that?
Make an insight check. Yeah.
I'll advantage because of the sword. Fucking love that sword. Ooh, it's going to be an 18.
Oh, by the way, you did get that rapier in the morning. I forgot to mention that.
Thank you.
So, Bumbuk is a traveler, of course, and so she's kind of concerned engaging the people that she, works with, if not travel with. And it does seem like she has eyeballed you a couple of times in ways that doesn't seem like she knows exactly what's going on, but like she's kind of being careful.
In what way?
I thought that she...
In what way, Yarrow?
That's up to you.
I want to examine her to see if she has any symbols on her.
Make a perception check.
Son of a bitch. I knew I should have kept my fucking mouth shut. 7.
She doesn't have the symbol that you know, but she does have a very specific brand on her arm. It's kind of weird. It's a bit of a half and half. It's kind of like a cresting sun with the moon kind of consuming its right side. And there seems to be an eyeball that kind of slits down the center. And
I put my rapier on her neck.
What?
she's away from the rest of the party, by the way. So like,
She's paranoid. She's paranoid. She doesn't care if there's someone is watching.
As you sneak up behind her, you see what she's holding a small dagger next to her. Is there something I can help you with?
Is there something I can help you with? You've been eyeing me since I had to talk to my group. Something in your mind?
Is there something on your mind? You seem a little touchy.
Oh, don't I? I just told you I'm not terrified of people knowing about me, and you seem to be really interested in me. I'm not a big fan of that.
Listen, it's my job to know things. I travel up and down these roads day in and day out.
Why don't you just tell me everything you know? And I would like to persuade her to tell me.
Make a persuasion check. Go ahead.
Yes. Huh. That's going to be a 12 turn into a 19.
Alright.
I just gained expertise on persuasion checks.
The group that I'm with, very particular, very skilled. You think you're the only one, your friend there? She's looking at Hellena, kind of talking to the rest of the crew. You think she's the only one that cares about who all of you are? You did something that not many people would consider is a livable experience.
Can barely hear that. Did something like what?
You all did something that many would consider isn't a livable experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so we also would like to know what happened in Lycia B.
Are you working with the elf?
No. I work for a very particular group. We're all around Alernon. Even have some of our own fingers down in Wollaston and a few in Excelsium. But we're not in any cahoots with the Fae.
What do you know about the moon and its resorts?
They're relatively new. I've been hearing about a lot of a certain particular. She goes into her pocket and grabs some jerky and she snacks on it. Sort of popping up a lot recently, back 10 years ago. But then they kind of died out a bit. As of recent, they've begun to wrap up. It seems like they're acting as if some kind of this new group right at a Hawthrite. Which is, once again, kind of weird considering they're not
Wait, you say Hawthrite?
Correct.
What do they have to do with Hawthrite?
Fuck if I know.
SpongeBob hyperventilating.
Oh Jesus!
Fucking families there. Fucking dildo.
Listen. As of recent, it's just been one person going to Hawthrite. We've been keeping an eye. But, ever since the event of Low Bundle, we've been, concerned about our well-being. Specifically ours. Not particular to anyone else, really. So if you would like, remove your blade, go back to your friends.
How about the name
Or the person.
of your group?
That's on a need-to-know basis. And you don't need to know.
I think I need to know. I feel like I really, really want to know.
I'll tell you what. The next time you see us, I'll make sure to get the word around. What was her name? River? I'll be sure to let them, be sure to whoever you decide to meet, you can get along nice and well. But I'm not gonna. I have other things to worry about. Like this here cargo. Aye?
Wreck, you're muted.
Blackout.
Oh, jeez.
Oh!
Oh,
Jesus,
wow.
Jesus,
Fuck.
Jesus, son.
Ouchie! Ouchie!
Sorry.
Ouchie.
That got way louder.
Yeah, it did.
Ah!
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Good.
You
I
can't help
started
it.
to see, the light bulb like kind of blinking a little bit, and then everything just.
Damn. Alright, so
The worst time.
pretty
Yep.
much she said, you know, if you ever see this mark again, whoever you decide to interact with will probably be far more kinder. But she has other concerns, like the cargo.
Does she seem like she's going to rat on me? Like, is there anything will need to be concerned. Any kind of insight check that I can do for that?
Make an insight check.
Ugh, give me 1 second. Everything is dark again. Ah, that's not a D20. That's a D12.
Oopsie doodle.
It's going to be either a 19 or 6. So it's going to be the 19.
Alright, plus 2.
No, it's 17 plus 2. I remember I had plus 2.
Alright, so from what you can tell, she's not lying. It does seem like she doesn't want to explain who she is, where she's from, and how she deals in all this. But she is highly aware that there are bigger problems right now at hand.
I will pull my blade back, and if I am questioned by the group, I will relay this information. Just to save you guys from having my crackly voice in my freaking phone.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
Alright.
So, she's from a group, rather. And that I really want to go to her right now. I need to be sure that everything is fine.
Right.
If those things are in my town, I need to get back.
Out of sheer curiosity, I'm sure we wouldn't have heard it, but would we have noticed that interaction with River and the driver?
It seemed like while they were away, they were kind of just talking.
Okay.
You guys didn't notice the almost trading of blades.
They're very tiny blades.
Very small.
Small blade.
All right, so as you guys prepare for the night, anybody want to make, or anybody want to do a rotation?
Rotation of
Fran-
what?
Franz is actually just gonna be like, I'm gonna stay awake for the rest of the night. I don't feel like sleeping.
We do have the tower.
I don't want to sleep inside there.
You still not
I
comfortable?
will keep an eye on the dwarf, still.
Are you still afraid of the chairs?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm the owner. I don't know.
Well, it's perhaps unwise, if you're not going to stay in the tower, to keep watch alone. I don't need much sleep. Just a couple of hours. I can help keep watch if you need.
Do what you wish.
Very well. I will.
All right, so the expansion of the tower.
Yeah, what rooms did you make, by the way?
Figure it out.
I
James
can't
will be going in the
see!
tower. Canis
Oh,
will
no.
be going in the tower.
No, I mean, the first floor is the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's the bathroom, the bedroom, and the kitchen.
And then also
But the rest is
stairs on the way up. Yep.
To be fair, last time we were in this tower, you said no one go to the second room. It's my sanctum.
No, he pushed that up, so that's up to you if you want to
Okay.
change that.
All right, so the
Yeah, I
second
want to check out if we are allowed to.
the brand new second floor, as Lionel, your room now, or your floor now much higher.
The second floor is just blank. It has nothing.
What?
It's just an open room.
It's just a
Fucking
giant.
fast.
No, it's just a giant fucking open room. Lionel didn't. Hey, I would have given you guys the rundown of what the second floor was like until Franz said something.
Hmm.
Oops.
It's the
Passive
warehouse
aggressive
floor.
decoration.
And I'm not saying that as a means to be like, shame, Franz. That's just the way the character goes.
Yeah.
Lionel wasn't
Yeah,
in the
it's
mood to decorate.
Yep.
This is passive aggressive decoration.
This is
Yeah,
also
dude,
the
like,
Oh,
I
man.
just hope that
Grabbing-
people understand that this is not me getting mad at a person. This is just
No,
the
no,
character.
No. We
No,
we
no,
all
no,
know
yeah,
it's.
we
it's
totally
in-
get it.
We completely understand, man. It's completely fine. It's completely in character too.
Lionel's an
No,
angry
I
boy.
I would almost assume Francis happier in that empty room because no chairs. No. Well, okay. Just going to look for a place to sleep or to keep an eye on that dwarf.
I mean, it's all the same living space on the first floor, so you're all there.
Living spaces.
Canis will look for Lionel.
Alright. Canis,
You go up the third floor.
Yeah. You basically traverse up to a third floor. This is also me frantically putting together a brand new second floor. So do as you need.
I mean, you don't have to. Like I said, I kept it blank. Like, like.
Unless we're going to fight, there's no need.
Unless...
Wait a minute.
I am not. No, I am not inciting. Look, Lionel's grumpy, but I am not inciting in-game fighting. That's a bad time.
Oh yeah. Again, just being passive aggressive here.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Yaroki. Maybe he's thinking of sending something to our way. No.
I mean, if you go up to the second floor, it just looks like a singular room with a shitload of bookshelves, and there's just the desk that Lionel is just sitting at.
Do you want to talk about what happened?
Doesn't answer. If you feel the need.
You're clearly not in the right headspace to really do much.
Wrong. Wrong. I am logical. I know that it means. I know that inciting any sort of wrath is wrong. Throwing sword, magic, whatever, at the people that we're traveling with will only just cause more chaos and someone will die. I'm not doing that. So if you want to speak, go ahead.
What do you plan to do about these feelings you have? First it was directed at River, and now I'm assuming it's going to be Franz.
No. It's directed at my brothers and sisters. If I was any less of an intelligent person, I'd use every newfound power I had to burn them to ashes. But that is not a logical thing to do, nor is it a right thing. It is merely the heart speaking, not the brain. I'm scared of dying.
Everyone is, Lionel.
I die faster than every single one of you!
Think of 2 weeks ago. When we fought a blue dragon, I was the only one that was ever hurt by it. I could have died right there. But that didn't stop me from standing back up.
It's the only damn thing that's going on this stupid fucking quest of mine. Until my body breaks, it's the day my parents get their longevity back. It's only right by them.
Are you sure it's what they want?
I've contemplated that. If they told me this is not what they have wanted, then I would be selfish. I would let them live their days as they see fit, and let them go about their lives as they want. But I will not waste what I have worked for. I will find some way to use what I have sought out, and put it somewhere. What that somewhere is, I'll only know in the future.
A noble thought. Canis will just put his hand on Lionel's shoulder.
Lionel physically flinches. There
You're a
are
good
claw marks on his desk right now. There are claw marks and there is blood from his nails.
You're a good person, Lionel. And Canis a leaf.
Lionel just slams his head on the desk.
When Candace is going back down the stairs, he's gonna pass Garu so we can go up to the rooftop. He's gonna like peek his head around the corner and like, do you mind if I go to the roof?
Lionel just doesn't move head from the desk, just points at the ladder.
Oh, okay. He slowly walks over to the ladder, starts to climb a few steps.
Yeah.
Waits. You'll find your way back, you know. You have people waiting for you when you go back. This path you walk, it's one that you chose yourself. But you'll be doing something that the others couldn't. No matter how long it takes, just know that you'll find your way back.
Lionel doesn't mutter this, but he says under his breath, I have no fears of that. But I race against time. I said that underneath my breath. Garu didn't hear that.
Alright.
Can I do a perception check?
I mean, you got fucking gumption for that shit. What would I roll?
With
Insight?
With what is word spoken under your breath, Garu, having certain keen senses, make a perception check with hearing. No negatives, just
Okay,
Would it be stealth?
your wisdom modifier.
That is an 18.
18?
Yeah, I rolled an 8 on stealth. I have no fucking stealth whatsoever.
Yeah, you hear him mutter that under his breath and kind of just understanding it.
Then maybe it's not a race. Maybe it's something that you have to take your time with.
Please
Only
leave
time
me
will
alone.
tell. Hi. Sorry. He's gonna climb back up to the roof.
Climb up the roof, and you are now under the open sky and the trees above. You feel the slight cool wind of the night coming to you. Everyone is inside, and I'm assuming, Garu, you are starting watch?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright. Garu, make a perception check. Visual.
No negatives?
Visual.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
the blind guy. First
Holy
fucking
shit,
watch.
that's a fucking natural 20, but not minus 10.
That's a
That's
10.
like fucking 10 then.
You're blind.
You don't say.
You with your arms out wide and
More than
feeling
11.
the lights
Why?
of the energy
You don't
and
say.
the
Feels
key
so
running
nice.
through you.
There's such a gentle breeze.
Why do we keep putting the blind guy on watch?
We don't. He does it by himself.
Why do we let him volunteer alone?
It makes you happy.
I would.
To be fair, did Franz say he was staying outside too?
Yeah, Franz and the elf.
Alright,
Who, by the way, I'm going to make some, if I can, make some cheese lunches for them.
alright.
I think we might have some leftover cheese on the tower's freaking fridge.
Where outside the tower do you guys decide to stand? Franz and Hellena.
Franz is actually a couple of feet away from the tower, and he's like getting a fire ready.
Okay.
I'll help him. Just quietly.
Good to know.
So, as Franz is like putting together like the wood and whatnot that he's most likely gathered just from certain things he's found on the ground, he looks down at it, takes a long, deep inhale, exhales, and then points and then touches the piece of log that's sticking furthest out from the fire stock, and uses his cantrip produce flame.
Alright. fire begins to eat upon the wood. You begin to feel the warmth.
He's sitting down, just kind of staring into the fire. He looks at his hands and he's just like, it's gonna be a long trip. A long trip.
Will you be alright?
Well, little Missy, that's kind of my deal. I'm never all right, but I learned to make do what I get.
Yep, you screwed the pooch, and River throws them their meal.
Alright.
Ah, thank you, little one.
Here's your after night.
Hmm.
You know, I tried to make him feel better. That was not a great time.
I've noticed you seem a little stressed, yes?
It's been a long trip. You can almost see it.
A chair flies out the fucking window and the glass cracks.
Hellena just nibbles on a bite of cheese. Just a little stressed.
Just a tiny bit. He has not had a great 10 day.
Let's see.
What about you?
What about me?
You're joining the group. I guess might as well try to get used to each other.
It's very true. Well, she'll just kind of plop herself down on the ground. Can't really promise to tell you everything, but in the spirit of getting to know one another, go ahead. Ask
Do
me
you know
anything.
anything? Do you know anything about the moons and the blades?
Do I know anything about the blades?
No. None of the information that you got before you got here even suggests that.
Hellena shakes her head. I'm afraid, as far as I know, I don't think that's a thing where I come.
That's as much as I need. Any
Yes.
thoughts on the group?
What a question!
What?
Well, I think I can see why your knight friend is already graying. But, well, I think you guys seem to be finding your way. Talking it out is, I suppose, a good start. Haven't really...
I have a question. Why did you assaulted Canis in the middle of the night just to introduce yourself?
I thought it would have been funny.
That's as
Goddamn.
much of an explanation as I need.
Funny joke.
She smiles and she just goes, I didn't want to make a fuss. I wasn't supposed to be there. I'm not from here. I didn't think I'd be received kindly. I'd heard about your group and, well, I'd wanted to find you. I'd wanted to speak to you. Didn't really know how welcome I'd be, so I just approached it cautiously.
So I
Now
tied
that's
the
a question.
paladin to a chair.
You said that you have heard of us. What exactly did you hear?
Really, what I've told you. It's just that your group went to Lycia Bay. Probably had the best knowledge about it. You'd actually survived it, unlike some of the others.
From...
River,
Hmm.
something to note.
Hmm?
There is only one record.
Person who knows all we knew, yeah. One of the generals.
Yeah,
And the mom.
there's only one major record that proves that the information that you guys have, while limited, is still from Lycia Bay. If
Yeah,
not,
I would
Lycia
like.
Bay.
Yeah, it's from. There's two people. Candace's mom and the general whose name I cannot see because my notes are dead in my computer that has no power.
I believe her name was Cilia Shosh. Cilia Shosh.
You familiar with Celia Shock?
Yarrow, I don't remember. I didn't actually speak to him, right?
No, you did not.
I did not. No, I'm not.
Then where did you get this information?
I found it.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough. We are doing this whole thing about trusting people. It's not going to go great.
I'm telling you the truth. I found the information. You'll have to forgive me
Great.
for my
Now I know how Lionel felt.
It's terribly frustrating, isn't it?
It's extremely frustrating.
You hear it out of the
Regardless,
broken
I'll go-
window on the 3rd floor.
Just keep an eye on the bearded guy. He likes to drink. She looks out at Franz.
Franz is still just staring deeply into the fire he made.
Yeah, he's going to be alright. I'm just gonna go prepare myself an extra dinner. Be right back. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go sleep after that.
Alright. So you go inside. So you all settle in. About an hour passes. You see the river as you've described. You've kept an eye on this dwarven woman. You see as she's just kind of settling herself in, getting ready to sleep. I need Franz and Hellena make perception checks.
Okay. That is a 14 plus 4, 18.
18. Alright.
Mhm.
And Hellena? Kayla?
Oh, you're saying Lionel. You mean Hellena, sorry.
Yeah.
And you said perception?
Yep.
Alright. That's a 21.
So, as you guys sit there for the night, and you begin to kind of settle by the fire, trying to focus on the things that have happened in this past day. Helena, your ear twitches just a bit at the sound of a snap. As you spin around, you see what are 3 hulking men standing behind you and Franz.
Oh.
You see as one begins to crack a smile. Oh, hello, Paved. And that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's game of D6.
Oh.
Damn it.
Lionel commits genocide.
Oh, no.
So,
Franz
Lionel takes out his
absolutely-
frustration on some bandits.
So,
Franz is not against murder.
as much as I really wanted to start combat, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to wrap it in 20 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and cut it short.
I mean, you say that.
I say that, but
I will plead level 4s, mark my words.
I've got something that'll make it all go away.
it ain't
I
gonna
will
be that
polymorph
easy.
one into a worm and then step on him.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
But then he'll just turn back into himself.
And then I set
Yeah,
him on
after
fire.
using one point.
There it is.
Oh well.
There it is.
There it is.
All right. So, so with that, once again, thank you guys so much for stopping by and joining us tonight. Remember, there is no game next week. I'm so sorry. I know a lot of you guys are very excited. I had set it up, but
Hate.
Instead, we got a
Hate.
cliffhanger.
yeah, unfortunately.
Because I'm here, isn't it?
I
2 whole
really
fucking
wanted to
weeks.
I really
No.
wanted to do combat. I really did. Unfortunately, we're out of time. So, with that,
Can we please? I mean, if we're not going to be
I
here
mean-
next week,
no,
then why
because
not?
Caitlin does have has.
I do have limitations, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My
God
bad.
damn it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Look,
You
look,
you
it's a
ruined it,
miracle I could-
Caitlin.
it's a miracle I could join, period.
Yeah. So.
I'm surprised.
That is fair.
Fair enough.
So with that being said, do come back. Not next week, but the week after next, and then we will see where this battle goes. I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see where it all goes down. So with that being said, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for joining us, and thank you my players, and also thank you Caitlin for joining this campaign. And
Thank you for having me.
I look forward to what you bring to the table in this upcoming adventure. So that being said, thank you guys so much, and see y'all not next Sunday, but next Sunday.
Mm.
See you
True.
next
Oh.
time.
Fortnite.
Have a good
Later.
night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.